Hey, what's up guys, Ghost here, and today I'm back again with another video. I'm going to show you guys how you can hear footsteps much easier and effectively here in Black Ops 3. The footsteps in this game are pretty easy to hear, especially if you have awareness, and awareness is much useful in this game than it was in Black Ops 2, because in BO2, awareness was like useless because like the footsteps in that game were pretty silent, to be honest with you, and plus like the grenades are super loud, and plus the guns are super loud, so there's no point of even trying to sound or using awareness in Black Ops 2. But here in this game, it's a very useful perk, and it's one of the best perks in the entire game. I'm telling you guys that. It's just so useful of a perk, and I'll be showing you guys some tests later on as well, and I'll go ahead and give you guys some tips and tricks at the very end of this video. But first off, let's get started with the test. So with this test, I have awareness, and then my friend Vegas Penguin, he has no perks at all. So make sure right now turn your volume all the way up so you hear the footsteps clearly and loudly. So let's get right into it, guys. So the sound setting you just heard was the default one, which was Treyarch Mix. The thing is, if you want to make it louder, you can change it to Super Crunch, which makes everything loud around you, makes your footsteps, the gunshots, grenades and such, and that's great for hearing footsteps. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a test with Super Crunch right now. So that was the test with Super Crunch, and I don't know if you guys notice a difference, but like if you have an actual headset in the game, I do notice the difference between Super Crunch and Treyarch Mix. I do notice a huge difference, but that's just me though, wearing a headset inside the actual game. But besides that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a test with dead silence. So he's gonna have dead silence, and I'm gonna have awareness, and let's get right into it. So you could hear people that have dead silence only if you have awareness, but if you don't have awareness and then they have dead silence, then they're completely silent to you and you can't hear a single thing. But the thing is, with people that have dead silence, they have to be a bit closer to you than normally, because with the first test I did, you guys noticed I heard him from like a mile away, and then comparing that test to the one we just did with dead silence, I heard Penguin when he was like coming slightly, when he was a bit like close to me compared to like when a mile away with the first test, guys. So you could hear footsteps either way, and I don't know if that's supposed to happen. Like if you're supposed to hear dead silence, you just completely with awareness. I don't know, but besides that, awareness, it's definitely like my top 3 perks. Like I think it's like the 3rd best perk in the game to me, at least. I think Fast Hands is the best perk, and secondly is going to be Ghost, and then 3rd is Tac Mask, and probably 4th is going to be Awareness. But besides that, guys, awareness is such a useful perk if you do have a headset. And so if you have a headset right now, then slap on awareness your first game of BO3 of the day, and tell me how it goes in the comment section right now. And by the way, I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to hear footsteps and such. So like to hear footsteps in this game, first off, you need to have awareness. That's pretty straightforward, so put it on and under your perk 3 slot. And secondly, make sure you guys set your audio preset to Super Crunch. It's going to make everything much easier. And then thirdly, make sure you guys know the difference between like who's stepping on the snow, who's stepping on gravel, who's stepping on the dirt, because there is a distinct sound when people step on snow when people step on, like, you know, water. Like, say so, like, I noticed there's a sound where if people jump in the water and then they come out, their footsteps, they're wet, they just sound wet, and you know what they are. So like, just make sure you know like where the sound's coming from, because say you're inside and then you hear somebody that's to the left of you, and then like there's a window, and then he might be outside because I hear him, you know, because he's nowhere else in the building. He could be outside. For example, right here. How did I know that dude was coming? Tell me, how did I know that dude was coming? There's no UAV, and the reason why I knew is because I heard his footsteps, and I noticed that my teammates are nowhere near that doorway. So I'm like, you know what? There's an enemy. I think that's an enemy's footsteps. So go ahead and got that dude. And you need to know the difference between who's who, and that's how you do it. It's, if you don't know who's coming towards you, just pay attention to your radar. Just look at it real quick, and if there's no blue arrows near you, then that's an enemy. That's how I knew that dude was coming towards me. I guess those are the 4 main tips. Make sure you know who's who, and make sure you guys know like what they're stepping on. If they're stepping on snow, if they're coming out of the water, or even if they're wall running or sliding. That will all help you guys out in the long run. And then make sure your audio preset is set to Super Crunch. That will help out a bunch. And lastly, the most important thing of all, you cannot forget is awareness. You need to have awareness on, because that'll make everything 110 times, 90 billion times easier. Hearing footsteps in Black Ops 2. So that was the video. Hopefully all these tips helped you guys out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.